And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a little game called Illusion. Now you see it? Yeah, I can't do magic tricks, so that's about it. But Illusion, can you trust your eyes? I love optical illusions. I love looking at something and saying, is this bigger than this? No, they're exactly the same. Or is this moving? It's not. Well, what's bigger, that's how this works, but it works with colors. Let me show you. You're going to have a deck of different colored arrows, and you're going to shuffle these. There's 12 of them, and at the beginning of the game, you'll turn over the top one, and this one shows red. You'll then place this card here in a line, and then one person goes first, and that person is going to look at the top card here of this deck and decide where to place it in relationship to red. Does it have less red, or does it have more red than this? So I'm going to go with less red. Then the next person is going to take a look at the next card. And they're going to decide, does it go here, in between these, or higher? And maybe they'll say it has the most red. And the next person, well, this seems like a slam dunk. This one looks like it's going to go at the end. And then the next person, I don't know, maybe this one goes in here. Now, at any point when it's your turn, instead of putting the top card in the lineup, you can basically say, the lineup is incorrect. You can basically call it and you just say, I don't believe it. When that happens, you will turn these over and you're looking at red. So 6% of this card is red, 8%, 14%, 16%, 22%. These cards are exactly in order. If you call I don't believe it and you are right, there is a mistake, doesn't matter who made it, you get this card. If you say I don't believe it and you're wrong, then the person who took the turn directly before you gets the card. Either way, we turn over the next card, and this one happens to be yellow, putting this card here. So again, I'll say less yellow. Here, I'll put this one in between, this one here. This one has a ton of yellow, I think it goes here at the end. This one here, I'm going to say goes in between these. This one here has the least. All right, let's say someone calls this one now. Do you guys think I'm right? I don't know. Let's find out. Yellow, 3%. Yellow, 12%. Yellow, 10%. There's a mistake. 16%. 23%. 16%. Wow, 2 mistakes. So actually, this one should have, there's less on here than here. And see, that's where the optical illusion part comes from. In this case, the person calling it would have got the yellow arrow. You're going to keep going until someone gets 3 arrows. That person wins. Or you can just play forever and keep track of points. And that's how you play the game. Card quality for this game is okay. The cards aren't great quality, but they are what they are. But what makes the game, obviously, is all the different things that you'll see here. Different colors, different shapes put on top of each other. You see hearts there, you'll see stars and diamonds, and sometimes there's letters. Like here, you know, the blue is around everything else. How much is that? And all sorts of just different things. This one even has words on it. And then on the backs, pretty simple. They just tell you the exact percentage, 1% to 18% to 25%. So it's pretty obvious how much percent everything is. I really like how these cards are laid out. Now, obviously, this game is not going to work too hot if you're colorblind, right? The whole red and green thing is just not going to work. But I don't know any way to fix that. This game is about telling the difference between colors. But for everyone else, this is a fantastic game. Now, this game has a lot of similarities to the Timeline or Cardline series. In Timeline, you're putting historical events in order by history. In Cardline, you're putting animals together in terms of size or what have you. This one I like actually better than both of those. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, Timeline's great for historical and educational purposes, but this one is much trickier. And you say, but this one, after a while, won't you remember the percentages? You won't, right? You just won't remember the exact percentages. So this one has a ton of replayability. And also, you're looking at one color at a time. So in this box here, there is 98 of those optical illusion cards, right? So 98, basically 100, times 4 different colors is 400 different cards, and there's going to be tons of combinations. The bang for your buck in here is pretty good. I really like illusion. Every time I played it, people are sitting there and they're like, yeah, we'll try it out. And it's like, wow, this is really impressive for a little game, and that's really tricky. And you'll sit there after a while and like, oh, is that smaller than this one? And it's really hard to tell. It's nothing, really, very few people are going to be able to eyeball all that. Like that one I just showed you. That one was like 6% less. It didn't look like it was 6% less to me at all. And if I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to be able to memorize this. So when that shows up again in the future, once again, I'm going to go, is that 6%? And that's fantastic. Small, portable, easy game. This is definitely a great icebreaker. You can put it out and just, for people who've never played games before, this is the kind of game I could bring to a dinner and play on a table there with people and say, hey, try this game out. It's really fantastic and fun. Highly recommend it from me. Illusion. It just fits in so many different situations. It's an easy game to teach folks who've never played games before. It's a small filler where you can play it in between other bigger games. Really, really fun. Dice Tower Judgment approved!